People were arrested after reported gunshots in Burlington. Around 9:30 p.m. last night, Burlington police responded to North Winooski Avenue and Grant Street for reports of gunshots. Police say this was an isolated incident between people who knew each other. 46-year-old Nathan Washington of Philadelphia faces reckless endangerment and firearms charges. And 42-year-old Shelly Sanders of Burlington was also arrested on an unrelated warrant.